today we're gonna be doing some yoga. And you know, I thought it was important to kind of have my pants out because I feel like when I see a lot of yogis on YouTube, you know, they're really slim, they're really fit looking, and I just want to show people that, you know, even though wherever you are in your journey to health, that you are still capable, you know, your body is still capable. You know, I'm a little backed up on my journey. I'm working on getting to a healthier position in my life and having my body be more physically fit, but this is where I am now, but I'm still capable of performing, you know, strengthening movements. And so today I just kind of want to do, I'm already sweaty, so I want to just do like a nice challenging flow, kind of get into a nice rhythm and loosen up your body. My problem areas are mainly my shoulders and my neck. And so those are where I'm gonna focus, but wherever you find that is a good stretch for you, you know, stay there for a little bit, breathe into that, press pause, whatever you gotta do. But yeah, let's start with the flow. All right, so first thing I'm gonna do is sun salutations. So I'm just gonna take some deep breaths. Inhale and exhale, and inhale and exhale, and inhale. And on your inhale you're gonna bend and, you know, give yourself some area. You don't have to straighten your legs, you know, protect your back, protect your knees. So you can give yourself a little bit of bend. You pedal your feet out a little bit right here. You're gonna inhale, exhale. You're gonna inhale, raise your chest up, bring your hands into your shins. Exhale, lower yourself down. Inhale, make sure everything's aligned, your spine's aligned. Exhale, lower yourself down. And inhale, raise up. And exhale, lower yourself down. Okay, now from here, I'm just gonna walk my feet back. So I'm in a plank position, and I'm gonna lower all of my body down at the same time. And then I'm gonna push up. Oh yeah, you can sit into that twist. Rotate your hips so they press down. If you kind of have some tightness in your lower back, you know, if you need to go lower, you can come here and just sphinx. And you're gonna tuck your toes over and send it all back. And you want most of your weight back here in your hunches and your legs, and less of your pressure in your shoulders. You're gonna dangle your head in between your shoulders, and you can pedal each foot to the ground. All right, now from here, I'm gonna come into plank. I'm gonna lower all my body down at the same time once again. Come up. Now I'm gonna transition again into downward dog, and we're getting that nice good sweat in. If you have your air conditioner on, turn it off. You want a nice sweat, you want your body burning, and you wanna challenge yourself. I'm gonna come back up here in plank, lower myself down, press up. And from here, we can also sit into child's pose. So when you're going into child's pose, your knees are gonna be spread apart, and you're gonna sit your hips in between them. And you're gonna walk your hands as far forward as you can on the mat, and get that nice stretch in. Get a couple breaths here. Inhale, exhale. Inhale, and exhale. Now I was talking about how my shoulders are my problem areas. So what you're gonna do is you're gonna take your right arm and you're gonna reach it across the floor here. So if I come in the other direction, my shoulders are stretched up, and I'm gonna take this hand that's not sent under, and I'm gonna walk it to the opposite side of the mat. And you're gonna really feel that in your shoulders. For me, that feels incredible. Again, if you need to see it from another angle, this hand is forward, and then this hand is walked across to the opposite side of the mat. And you're gonna take a couple breaths here in this twist. And you're gonna come up and you're gonna do the same thing with the other arm. I'm gonna walk this hand back to this side of the mat and get a good twist in. If you need to sit there for longer, take your time, pause the video. This is really feeling good like it is for me. To open up that socket, then do what you gotta do. Again, if we're going for another angle on the other side, this hand is coming under and this hand is walking to the other side. All right, now I'm gonna sit back into downward dog. I guess we can stay this side. Oh, there's a leaf on the mat. I cannot believe it. Okay, and we're in downward dog. Now I'm gonna take this foot, this right foot, and I'm gonna send it back into the sky. We're gonna do some ab work and we're gonna bring it up to our chest. Send your body forward and send it back. Send it back, exhale. Bring it in, inhale. Send it back on the exhale. And bring it in on the inhale. Just get those deep breaths in. And as I have this leg up, I'm gonna rotate it in circles. Open up that hip joint. It pops every time I do that. So obviously I need to be working on my range of motion. And you probably do too, because this is not something that's performed regularly, but it's important to make sure you maintain full range of motion on all your joints. And we're just gonna switch directions. If you were rolling out, roll in. If you were rolling in, then Autobots, roll out. Okay. And I'm just dripping sweat. I hope you are too. And I'm gonna switch to the other leg. Stay where you are, but I'm just gonna show you on this other hip. We're gonna send it up into the sky, and we're gonna bring it down. Send our body forward. Really keep that balance. Tighten those abs, and keep it strong. All right, I'm gonna bring my knee in once again, and exhale, send it back. Bring my knee in once again, send my body forward, and exhale, send it back. All right, now we're gonna get some good hip rotations in, rolling it one direction for a few breaths, and the other. You don't need a hot yoga studio when you have no air conditioning in the summer. It's the same concept, cheaper, YouTube's free. And I'm gonna release it down. Then I bring my body up, drop myself to the floor, come up in a upward facing dog, and sit myself back. Oh, very nice. I'm gonna curl my hands up, keep my neck tucked. We're on our knees. I know that some of us have bad knees, so we don't want to stay on there too long. Okay, now here I'm just gonna swing my legs around. So when you're coming from this position, you just swing them around, bring them forward, and you want to sit your butt bones back. Keep those feet facing upwards at midnight, at 12 o'clock, noon, whatever, same thing. And when I do a lean forward, I'm not gonna sacrifice my posture. I'm gonna sit up. My spine is gonna be aligned, and I'm gonna lead with my chest. So yes, you may be able to touch your toes here, but you're sacrificing your posture. You're not gonna get a proper stretch. You wanna stay up and lean with your chest. When you see dancers, when you see gymnasts stretch, they're always good posture. If you need to put a little bend in your knees, you need that little bit to alleviate, that's fine. Just make sure you're maintaining this good posture here. You have your chest up and you're leading with the chest. You feel this nice in the hamstrings. Nice and refreshing. All right. Now we're gonna cross and we're gonna come back into our plank position. Lean it on down, push up, sit back in a downward dog. And I'm gonna take my left foot, or whichever foot you want to start with, but I'm gonna start with my left, and I'm gonna plant it up here. And once I plant it up here, let me turn around to get a better view. I'm gonna put this hand right even Stevens with my lower leg. And I'm gonna reach on up. And you can circle the arm here. You're getting a nice good twist in. This feels great on my shoulder to kind of open up that range of motion. Get those nice circles in. Oh yes. All right, if we want to do something a little bit extreme, let's move into this motion. So you're here in your deep lunge. I'm gonna wrap this hand behind this leg. I'm gonna take my opposite arm and meet this hand. I'm gonna walk my back leg up, and I'm gonna slowly lift up, maintain my balance. And that you pretty much just feel in every inch of your body. You really wanna breathe into it, be safe, take care of your body. And if this is not where you are, then you're just gonna wanna stay here. Okay, now for my lunge, I'm gonna drop my back knee and I'm gonna sit back, straightening the front leg. Now I'm gonna lean with the chest again. Again, I don't want you to come here. I wanna lean with the chest, maintain my posture, and lean forward. I can grab this toe. I'm maintaining my form. And I'm just breathing into that. You can feel it right here, right behind the knee. If you have knee problems, just be careful, you know, give yourself a little leeway, whatever you gotta do. So now I'm gonna lean forward into this hip. That one, I'm gonna feel along the opposite leg, this leg, right all along the front of that. And I'm just gonna sit into it. All right, now I'm gonna come up. I'm gonna send my leg back in the downwards dog. Now I'm gonna take my opposite leg, break it up, plant my inner hand right here, inside of my lower leg, and open up. I'm gonna do some shoulder rotations, really get that range of motion for the shoulder, one direction, and then the other. So I have my foot out. Actually, you should probably have your foot facing forward, but if you need a little extra support, you can have it out, kind of in a warrior, but that kind of hurts my ankle, so I should be having it face forward. And again, if we want a little extra push, I'm gonna take the hand that was planted right here, wrap it around the back leg, in case you need to see it again. I'm in my lunge position. My sock came off. I'm in my lunge position. I have this hand, wrap around this leg, this arm, wrap around the back. I'm gonna bring my back foot up forward, and I'm gonna lift myself slowly, focusing on my balance, focusing on my core, and focusing on my breathing. You can straighten the leg, that's cool. I cannot, so just make yourself that way. All right, so I'm dropped down here, and then I'm gonna drop this back knee. And you're just gonna transition in the safest way possible, slow and controlled. I'm kind of going faster, so be at your own speed. But this back knee is down, and I'm gonna straighten this front leg. And again, I'm maintaining that posture, leading with my chest and bending down. feeling that all along right here. Feels phenomenal. And inhale. Exhale. All right, now I'm gonna push this hip forward and sit into it this way. If you need to put like a towel on your back knee, I'm on tile right here, so it is kind of hard, but if you need some extra support, get a towel, roll up a t-shirt, you know, be resourceful, do what you gotta do to protect your bones, you know, your knees, keep everything straight. And I have this arm planted on the other side for some support. You could come here and lean into it that way. That's probably good posture too. Stretch back, put those arms behind your back. That puts a lot of pressure on my knee, so a towel would be nice, but that'll be noted for next time. Ooh, and I'm gonna put this back. Okay, now here we're gonna do some cat calls. So I'm gonna empty out all the air from my belly. Sorry, cat cows, not cat calls, cat cows. I'm gonna empty out all the air from my belly. Exhale. Inhale, send my top of my head and my sacrum to the sky while I'm dipping my belly. Exhale, release all that oxygen. Take your mid back all the way to the sky like there's a string in the middle of it pulling you up. Inhale. This is the cat. No, this is the cow. Because when cats, yes, they have that arch in their back. So we're going to go. Exhale, cat. Inhale, cow. Exhale, cat. Inhale, cow. Exhale, cat. Once more. And inhale, cow. So I'm just gonna sit back into child's pose. Once again, curl those fingers to the front of my mat. And just lean into that. I didn't mean to sound like Dr. Seuss right there, but so be it. All right, I'm gonna walk it back, come up, lean forward. I think we could work on some lower back stuff if your lower back is affecting you. So you kind of scoot your legs up from under you. So the best way to alleviate pain in your lower back is to strengthen your core. But that comes with ab workouts and training. So now I'm just going to show you how to kind of get some range of motion in that lower back. So I'm going to get onto the floor, grab onto my knees, and from here I can kind of rock side to side, back and forth, get that range of motion, any tightness in there. Rock back and forth, and side to side. Another good stretch is if you take this leg and you turn it over. I have this hand and I'm sending it over here. I want this shoulder, watch, I'll turn around. If I'm taking this leg to this side, I want this shoulder to stay planted on the ground so I get the best stretch possible. If you have some more room, you could take the toe of here and come over here. I have short legs, so this kind of works for me. But for those of you that are not vertically challenged, maybe give yourself some more space. And sit here, of course, as long as you need to, but for demonstration purposes, just gonna go to the other side. Again, this opposite shoulder is gonna stay planted, so I'm not gonna come up here. This side's gonna stay planted, and this side's gonna come up. If you can reach this toe, you could take it over there. If not, just use the knee. Inhale. Exhale. All right. Well, let's center ourselves. So when you're laying down, you might even still feel that lower back pain. A nice, just relaxing version of lower back alleviation would just be bringing your knees together and your feet apart and laying straight. That kind of takes some of the pressure off. Again, knees together, feet apart, and you could just relax here if that's where you need to be. All right, now I said the best way to alleviate lower back pain is to strengthen your core, because then you have more support. And be careful when you're bending down to touch your toes, to tie your shoes, to bend your knees, maybe kneel on one knee. Just be careful if you have chronic lower back pain that you're not aggravating those symptoms. But we're gonna come here, I'm gonna lift up, and I'm just gonna stay here. You see how my neck's off the ground, but I'm not tucked, I'm just straight up, and I'm shaking. I'm shaking all over. This is killing my abs. Oh yeah, keep those feet straight. And release. A couple breaths in relaxation. And come up off the floor. And use those abs, use your core. Keep it up for a couple breaths. And release. All right, so this is my first flow. I hope to be doing more. I hope you enjoyed this. Just take some time to center yourself. No matter where you are in your health journey, you deserve, sanctity, clarity. You deserve to be able to move your body without pain. So kind of stretching those muscles, opening up their strength and pushing them to different levels. Obviously not to the point of injury, but to the point where you do get a better range of motion and you do enhance your flexibility to reduce possibility of injury. You deserve that no matter where you are in your health and in your self-betterment. Just try to do better every day. Take care of your body when you're pushing yourself, challenging yourself in your athletic ventures. Just make sure you take time to stretch and take care of yourself. Thank you for joining me, and have a wonderful day.